My name's Erica. I'm going to lead you through a short yoga therapy sequence for the thighs and the hip flexors. You're going to need a chair for this, and any nice wooden chair, a kitchen chair is perfect. Enjoy your practice. So we're going to start with the seated on our chair, and just slide yourself as far forward on your chair as possible. If you have anything under your chair, like any cross braces, you'll probably want to come to the edge of your chair. And if you have lots of space under here, you can just be in the middle of the chair. We're going to take hold of the bottom of the seat so we can be nice and stable. The left foot's going to come forward so that your ankle is right under your knee. And you're going to lift your right foot up and slide it back as far as you can behind you. The right knee stays in line with the hip, so you're reaching it down towards the floor. And then with the with the right foot, you're going to press your toes into the ground, and without actually moving, making the movement as if you're going to slide your foot forward. So that'll create that isometric engagement in both the quadriceps and the hip flexors. So this is a great way to use your chair to counteract the effects of sitting in a chair all day. So see if you can reach your knee down to the ground as you press those toes into the earth and just start to slide them forward. Take some nice steady breaths here. One more nice deep breath. And then release that, just slide your foot forward. If you need to, slide over to the left side of your chair and bring your right heel down so it's right below your knee, and take that left foot back. Tuck your toes under, make sure your knee is directly below your hip, and reach the knee down, stretching it down, lengthening through the front of this thigh. Press your left toes into the ground and as if you're gonna slide them forward. Really engaging all of those muscles. Taking a few breaths here. And just really noticing where exactly you're feeling this, if it's more in the quadricep in the front of the thigh, or if it's up here in the hip flexors. See if you can relax anywhere through your body that's not involved in the stretch. Maybe through your jaws, maybe through your shoulders. And then releasing that, coming through the center of your chair. And then we're going to turn to the side, I'm turning to my right. So my right leg is going to come off the front of the chair, and I'm going to slide a little bit forward so that I can bring the left leg, so the top of the thigh comes to the chair. You want to make sure your right foot is directly under your right ankle, your right ankle is directly under your right knee, and the big toe is pointing straight forward. This is a nice supported runner's lunge. It's great if you're just starting out with yoga or if you're just coming back to it. This is a nice supported way to come into a lunge. And if you're not feeling very much right here and you want to deepen it, you can bend the back knee, take that right hand or the left hand out, maybe take hold of the foot and start to bring that ankle in towards the hip. Make sure you're breathing. See if you can bring your chest and your heart forward so that you're not rounding too much through the upper back, but you're keeping lots of space here. And then softly release the foot if you have it. And start to come up to sitting using your hand on your chair. We'll slide over to the other side. So the left foot comes forward. The left knee is directly over the ankle. And then that right leg comes back, resting the top of the thigh on the seat of the chair. If the floor is really far away here, you can always use blocks or books or anything around the house to give your hands the support they need. And then if you want to, bending that back knee, taking hold of the ankle, or just hanging out here. Keep the right foot flexed as it reaches back, big toes pointing straight towards the ground. And then releasing that, bending that knee as you come back up to sitting. Next, we're going to come up to standing, come to the side of the chair, and we're going to bring our right foot onto the seat of the chair, keeping the knee over the ankle still, and stepping that left foot back so that we can bend into the knee to come into a lunge in this new position. So this might be enough of a stretch through the front of that left thigh, or if you want, you can push the left toes into the ground, push the right foot into the chair, and then again isometrically without actually moving them, as if you're sliding your feet towards each other. Taking some nice deep breaths. This is a really great way to add some depth to your lunges. I find this way it gets a little deeper than a regular lunge in a regular yoga class. We don't always have chairs in yoga classes though, so this one isn't always an option. And then coming out of that, I'm just going to slide my chair over to move to the other side. So the left foot comes up, the knee is directly above the ankle as that right foot steps back, going back as far as you need to feel the stretch, and then dropping into that right knee. So this left knee stays above the ankle, and then both feet press straight down and start to draw in towards each other. Taking some nice deep breaths. See if you can reach your right knee down towards the earth. Two more breaths here. So releasing that, coming up to standing. And then we're going to take our chair and turn it to have the seat facing you. Bring your left foot up onto the chair and just walk it over to the right edge of the seat. Flex your foot and then start to slowly lower that leg down so that the shin bone is flat on the seat, and then walk your right foot back as much as you need to come into a nice cozy pigeon pose. So if this is too much on the knee, if there's any discomfort in the knee, you can just start to bring the heel in towards your hip. But if you're able to, work towards that shin being parallel to the back of the chair. And then as much as you need to, come down into the back leg. You can take a longer stance if you are not on a slanted rocky surface and have that stability. Take a couple of breaths here. See if you can relax your shoulders. See if you can take the front of the pelvis back away from the front leg. And then we're going to come back out of that, walking the back foot in, taking that left foot down, and then lift your right foot up, walk the foot over to the left side of the seat, flex the foot, bring that knee down, and step the left foot back. Make sure the right foot stays flexed. Make sure there's no discomfort in the knee. Just bring that ankle right into the pelvis if you need to. Start to drop through the left knee. Try to take your pelvis so that it's level. So if it were a bowl of water, it wouldn't be spilling forward. And try to relax your shoulders, relax your neck. See if you can sink a little deeper. You can also do this when you're standing on a counter or a table if you have the right height. It's another nice way to do this. Just make sure your foot is always flexed. That keeps your knee nice and safe. And then with your next inhale, come on out of that. And that's the end of your chair practice.